everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's going to be another short one in that we are continuing on with our series of the lore of the holidays that we have here in Eorzea. So we are going to be going on to Hatching Tide. So Hatching Tide came a little bit later than it usually does. I'm guessing just the dev team are struggling to be able to keep up with everything. Their schedules are probably completely thrown off after everything that was going on both this year and especially last year. But I am happy to see that they were able to get Hatching Tide out this year. So we're just going to be going over just a very quick story about the lore that we have for the Final Fantasy XIV, and it's going to be the equivalent of Easter if you weren't able to tell. So let's go on to Hatching Tide. So Hatching Tide, in comparison to a lot of the other seasons that we have here in Eorzea, is actually pretty new. It's a fledgling holiday and it's only been around for a few years, probably less than a decade. But the idea of the whole story actually goes back much further than we originally thought. So, in an age of shadow, some 15 centuries past, a colossal flood consumed the realm, ushering in the Sixth Umbral Era. Now, just on the off chance if you don't know this, it was during the Fifth Astral Era that was known as the Renaissance of Magic. It was really a time where magic flourished and magic users were really able to experiment and really kind of flex their magical muscles a lot more than what they do today. However, a kind of disagreement seemed to have erupted between three of these cities. We have the city of Mach, Omniport, and Nymph. Now, during the war, the city of Nymph was taken out due to some underhanded tactics by Mach, until eventually it just became a two-way war between Omniport and Mach. Long story short, because of all the constant fighting and wars, the elementals of the Twelves would cause a great flood that threatened to pretty much drown all of Eorzea. And it was really thanks to the help of certain people. We have what are known as the 12 Archons. They kind of stepped in and they helped to save countless people, everything. It's because of the 12 Archons that a lot of the realm ended up surviving. So when salvation was thought to be beyond reach, the band of heroes known as the 12 Archons, they stepped forward to help, and tales of their bravery have been passed down even through 1500 years. And so the tradition of Hatching Tide is actually a way to preserve the memory of their actions. So while it is still considered a fledgling festival, it was born of a kind of a dream of the future where we had a Gridanian maiden by the name of Jahili Alipo. So we really don't know exactly who she is or why she seems to be having these dreams or why she was chosen for these dreams anyway. But it all began apparently in her dreams when the 12 Archons of old appeared before her. Now, according to her, they descended from the heaven atop beautifully decorated eggs, and they said to Jahili, "Arise, young dreamer, and make read the vessels of our return." And so she did. So she painstakingly began painting and gilding eggs to match those that she had from her vision. Once word of the prophecy spread, however, she attracted many helpers to assist her in her work. After the calamity, the festival grew even further as townfolks and adventurers flocked to celebrate the Archons of yore, who many believe had some hand in delivering the realm once again. So, ever since then, each year, countless eggs are gathered and painted in an array of bright colors and patterns, just like the kind that she saw in her dream that night. Though most serve merely as decoration about town, a few are chosen by Jahili and her dreamers for what is reserved as Hatching Hour. It's a grand ceremony in which the chosen eggs are used to summon the Archons back to Eorzea, but really it's more of a symbolic gesture more than anything. It's not like the Archons really do descend from heaven during this festival. After a while, Hatching Tide continued to grow ever bigger, and it's really more of a celebration of fellowship now. It's especially shown here by the Dreamers, their efforts to amass all these eggs for the festivals. It's also become a really fun thing to do for the children, and we have all kinds of Hatching Tide events like these egg hunts, we have candy, we have chocolates, and it's just like with Easter. We have these kids who are running around, having a good time. We have people dressing up like giant bunnies and I guess this year giant chickens. It's really more of a holiday not only to remember the past and to remember those who once delivered this realm, but also about the idea of just gathering together with those that you love, those that you trust, and just really savor the times that we share together. So yes, despite the fact that the origins are very strange in the idea, but if you really think about it, it is also very touching because we have a small group of people all coming together to create a brand new holiday, one that is being enjoyed and hopefully will be continued to be enjoyed even well off into the future. Anyway, everyone, I guess that's going to be it for right now. I mean, compared to like Little Ladies Day and Valentino's Day, there really isn't too much information about Hatching Tide other than what I was able to find on it. So really, while it is still considered a new holiday, there is a lot of meaning to it. I mean, I always look forward to seeing a seasonal event, playing through it and everything, but out of all of them, I think that Hatching Tide is probably the funniest for some reason. It's just the people involved, they're just a lot of fun to watch. They're just so bright, they're cheerful, and yeah, they have so many egg puns, you can't help but love them. Anyway, everyone, that's going to be it for right now. I hope you all enjoyed it. This is the lore of Hatching Tide, and we're going to be moving on to, I guess it really isn't considered too much of a holiday in the sense, but I think that we are moving into considering it as a special holiday, and that is in fact the Rising event. So I don't know exactly when that's going to be coming out. It usually does come out before the Moonfire Fair and everything, so I hope you're all going to be looking forward to that. So until next time, everyone, you take care, have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll be seeing you again soon. Bye!